Hi, we're going to do a one-taker tonight because this video is already extremely late. The trade deadline is tomorrow. I'm going to get up extremely early to be part of that coverage. The Oscars are on. You're doing some other crap. Anyway, we're talking about the Leafs and Habs. Leafs lose 4-1 to the Montreal Canadiens in Montreal at the Bell Center, and I was there. I was so excited to be there. So excited, in fact, that I left my laptop on the plane when I arrived. So that sucked a lot. But luckily, Air Canada found it, and they left it at the airport, Trudeau Airport, and Andrew Berkshire was not such a jerkshire. He drove me to the airport where I could claim my laptop and hug and kiss it and caress it. And apparently you shouldn't do that because security came up to me and was like, what the hell are you doing? What's wrong here? Because I was lying on the floor. Generally speaking, you shouldn't act like a psychopath at the airport. They tend to frown upon that. Anyway, the game, it looked like it was going to be a good game. Looked like it was going to be a really good game based on that start. Matt Hunwick flying in. Number 2, getting his number 2 of the season. Assisted by Brendan Leipsic. God! I am overrating him so hard, but I don't care. I think Leipzig's going to be so sick. And then one goal went in. And then another goal went in. And then Pacioretty got on the board. And it started to sink in that Jonathan Bernier is the Leafs goalie for the rest of the year. Yeah, that was a bummer. So anyway, it was a fun game for the most part. The Bell Center is huge. And it's rocking. So loud in that building. There's such a pop when there's a goal. Holy smokes. Gets very loud. Most of the fans were cool. It was a good mixture of Leafs and Habs fans. Most of the fans were cool, except for the guy who threw a pack of candy at me. So we're waiting in the bowels of the Bell Center with the contest winners. We were there with contest winners, and they were going to get to meet the Leafs. So cool. But there's also a stairwell that leads to the parking. And so I'm at the bottom of the stairs, and I just hear whack. I go, what the hell? And I look up, and there's some guy like, oh, like I saw his eyes. He was looking down at me, and he saw that I locked eyes with him, and he knew I was going to mop him if I caught him. But I didn't. Yeah, threw a pack of candy at me just because I was wearing a Leaf jersey. How rude. Sorry, my team is in last place. Well, we're trying to be. Edmonton's kind of beating us to it. But my team is in second last place. Have you no hearts? Actually, that was kind of mean. This one guy goes, Maple Leafs, go home! Go home, Leafs fans! And I may or may not have shouted back, I will go home! Where my city has a baseball team! That was a low blow. It was a low blow. Also wasn't a really good chirp. So anyway, let's talk about the trade deadline and what's going to happen. Well, who's on the block? Michael Grabner? I haven't really heard anything about him, so I don't know if he's going to get moved. Brad Boyes? I haven't really heard anything about him, so I don't know if he's going to get moved. P.A. Parento, to me, seems like the most logical fit. Supposedly, the Islanders are pondering him. Was I not right? The Leafs were nuts to have him playing in that game against Montreal. There was no point. There was no reason. The guy was nursing an injury. Supposedly he hurt himself working out earlier this week. He gets rocked in the Carolina game. And then they had to pull him out of this one because he was hurting too much. Like, you're crazy. I know it was precautionary to take him out. He probably wasn't all that banged up, but you're nuts. You're nuts. I think the Leafs are going to surprise us. With what, I don't know. But there is going to be... Someone's going to get moved where you're like, what? Really? Seriously? Like, I wonder if, like, a Peter Holland might be on their way out of town. Because the Leafs have a lot of restricted free agents coming up. Like, what is a guy like Peter Holland going to ask for? I don't know. I don't think it'll be a money issue. But anyway, there's going to be at least one surprise, I think. In terms of the rest of the league... I don't know. Jonathan Drouin, I guess? That's such a strange situation, though. You're getting a talented young player who hasn't played hockey in, like, what, a month? 2 months? I don't get it. I don't get it. I am going to be at CBC, the CBC building, at 7 o'clock tomorrow morning. That's going to be sick. So I'll be in that building helping out with the trade deadline coverage. I'm going to be working side by side with Sofia Jurcevic. I think she'll be on hourly, I believe, so I'm gonna help with those hits, and I'll be posting stuff to social all day. You know how it works. You know how it works. I'll try to squeak in videos whenever a Leaf trade happens. It's gonna be hard because I'm working. It's just gonna be a crazy day. And I don't think we've confirmed it, but I think we're recording a podcast tomorrow night too. That's my reaction whenever I'm very happy. And I was very sad when the Leafs traded James Reimer. Did a video on it yesterday. You know what sucks? You know what made it suck a little more? Whenever a player gets traded, they have to do those bad photoshops of them wearing the other team's jersey. And then I saw James Reimer in a Sharks jersey. Yeah. What? What were you talking about? Oh, all right. Fair enough. Trade deadline! It's going down.
Yeah. Can I get in the... Shane Corson, never mind.
Come on!